Hey guys, Coach Kudo here from Icons Rugby. How's it going? Just finished as a Zastava training session over here in St. Petersburg, and it's been an interesting couple of weeks. I just want to touch base on how things have been going. I get a lot of questions about this, and I'm getting a lot of coaches and stuff saying, how do you do it? How are you away from the family and all this kind of stuff? And it makes it hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. If anyone follows me on social, I post a lot about my family, but it's extremely difficult. And I guess one thing that kind of gets me by is the fact that, I know there's a bigger course here, and I know there's something great. But then again, for me, I'm chasing opportunity. I'm chasing development. I'm following the plan. Like, this is not the end goal. This is a step in the right direction. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. I've got a year left on my contract, and anything could happen. I might not. And this is what people don't understand about coaching, is that after this next year, if I don't achieve a result, I'm going to get sent home. Like, I'm gone. See you later, bye. Like, you have to get results. You have to be able to really be able to put in. And people forget that it's not about being there. It's about what you achieve there. And I'm sorry if this might upset a lot of people with what I say, but results are everything. And this is high performance. I'm not mediocre. I'm not, playing around on a Saturday for fun. I'm chasing performance, elite performance. And that mindset, that mindset that you need to have to kind of take it to the next level is extremely different. Extremely different. And people say, oh, you got to sacrifice. Man, it's not a sacrifice. I might miss out, and that word sacrifice is thrown around a lot. But in one that I'm missing out, I'm also providing. And people forget that. People miss that. They really miss, oh, you're missing out on so much, because mainstream people can't do what elite performers do. And I try and categorize myself in elite performance 100%. I try to be there. I'm not. Like, I'm way off. I understand. I probably operated about 50%, maybe even 40, because I get caught in that rut of, procrastination and just wait off. And, I'm not operating at my peak potential. And I guess the hardest thing that I find is not actually being away from home, because, I have a beautiful support network there who kind of make it, that I'm still a part of everything. What I find the hardest is having a running partner or someone next to me who goes, all right, let's do this, let's do that. Having that person there who's like, bro, have you read 15 minutes today? Nah, not yet. Well, bro, 15 minutes before you can do this. Like, my accountability, because of the role that you're in, when you start getting up and getting into those high performance roles, the accountability people is more on yourself. You don't have someone, really pushing you hard about that. And that's the interesting thing, is that as a development person, when you're coming through the ranks, it's a lot easier, man. It's a lot easier for someone to go, hey, bro, work on this, work on that. People want to give you advice because they're trying to help you. Then you suddenly get like a little bit of a click moment, or you get a little bit of recognition, and those people go, oh, I can't talk to him. He's on this level. And it's bullshit, man. It's bullshit, because you're no greater than where you were before. You've just got this role that kind of sits with you a little bit high. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting how this is kind of evolving and delving out. And, one thing that I wish that I could work harder on, and I'm trying, but, as I would say back to myself, well, trying don't mean shit if you don't get a result, is, trying to really increase that percentage, one a week, consistency. And I've seen it with everything that we kind of build here at Icons, is that it's the consistency, that creates that opportunity. Consistency creates opportunity. Some people get lucky, and let's be honest, some people get lucky and something pops out. But consistency of a plan, a process, a strategy for development. Now, that's the big thing. It's for development, for a bigger goal, for a bigger purpose, right? It's not consistency of doing the same shit every single day. It's consistency of going, okay, if I need to be here and I'm currently here, what are those steps? How do I achieve and knock them off one by one by one by one by one? And that's what creates it. So it's really interesting when I get people coming to me and saying, bro, I've been working so hard for so long, I can't get recognized. Yeah, because you're doing the same shit. You haven't unlocked that extra 2 to 3% that is from your attitude or your application at the time that actually turns that 1 hour of work into 1 hour of return. 1.5 hours of return. You know, is every minute that you're spending training and developing and getting better, creating a 1.25, 1.1 times return? Even 1:1 is great. If you put an hour in work and get an hour return, fantastic. But there's ways to kind of connect yourself more mentally, have higher exertion, that you actually get a bigger result. And the easiest way to explain this is I see it all the time in the gym. I get guys come in and hit their numbers. Fantastic. But just because you lift it doesn't mean you move the bar as fast as you could have. Let's use bench, for example. I get guys who in our programming that hit their numbers, no problem. And they hit their number, they hit their number, they hit their number, they hit their number. But they have the ability to do the same amount of reps on the same amount of weight faster, right? Same amount of time, same amount of reps, same amount of weight faster. Now, the programming that I got these guys doing is going to get a 1:1 return. But if they bring it, if they bring intensity, if they bring focus, if they bring drive, they can get 1:1.5. Now, I can't create the extra 0.5 or even 0.1 or 0.25 in the program. They need to bring it with their own intensity. It's each individual. Because there are some guys who just try and belt it out every time and they achieve more, they get more, they're growing more, right? It's the consistency. Nutrition's a great example. It's the consistency, right? So this is the thing that is where it's at the moment. My journey replicates a lot of players' journeys and other coaches' journeys. And playing along and going from team to team to team and working up the ranks isn't necessarily always the greatest way if you're not developing. All right? You need a diverse range of skill sets. You need a diverse range of application. And the missing key for me is what people do. 1, their time prioritization is huge. 2, their communication. 3, it's their belief systems. And 4, it's what they're really after. You know, it's these kind of things that set people up to achieve more out of the same amount of time. So for me, guys, it's an interesting part of my journey right at the moment because, so guys, I'm in the last 12 months of my contract and it's going to be really interesting because I'm either going to be able to achieve a result and be able to move forward, or I'm not going to achieve a result and potentially be out the back door. And that applies a lot of pressure, but it's your ability to kind of sit in the eye of the hurricane. Everything's going crazy around you. Things are like absolutely ballistic. And you just sit there and go, hold on, I'm good here. I know what I need to do. I'm going to get knocked around a bit and side by side. But if I stay in the eye, when it comes to the goal time and the hurricane goes, I'm good. And that's what players and other coaches miss. They miss it so much. Is the hurricane starts, they freak out. And you can't. You got to know that where you're going is going to be in the hurricane. So you got to sit in the eye, right? Where it's the most calmest. Because if you jump outside, boom, you're gone. And this is what people miss. They miss that because they don't know where it's going. They don't know how to get there. And that's what misses a lot. All right. So guys, that's a little bit about me and where I'm going and what I'm doing. It's Coach Curto. I'm out. Peace.